Okay, welcome to part 2 of removing the windshield frame or the windscreen frame. If you haven't watched part 1, you can watch it. It explains what needs to be done. So basically all I've done is just removed the other wiper arm because to be honest I gave it an awful amount of trouble doing it. So I had to stop and start again. Alright, let's go, let's get cracking. However, I want to show you something first. I was talking about what holds the windscreen in. Shed some light in here because it's a little dark. So there's up there, there's the nut. Like I said, we're only going to do it on a small bit. You'll find that the wiring and the tube there that allows the water to drain off from up top really gets in your way. So the best thing to use is a ratchet spanner or a normal spanner. It's very hard to get a socket in there. So when you see me buried under there, it means that's what I'm up there. So yeah, ratchet spanner be much better. Alright, let's start removing all the rest of the nuts. So these are 1/2 inch. I'm just using a mil. Millimeter socket. Won't get so far. So these you want to hang on to. These are not easy to replace because they're Pacific, because they're rounded head. So I've never seen these in store. So always remember what you had and where you had it. I should have put some Christmas music on here. This one. What date is it? The 14th? No, it's so 1 week to Christmas. So should have put some on though. This is some Christmas music while I'm doing this. You can use a socket for this, but it's so far down you'll find it hits the windscreen. So if you've no glass fitted, oh absolutely, so use a socket. There, on the vent. Yeah, I like to do in the videos is do it all in one go to show that it's not stop and start or edit or anything like that. I like to try doing it in one go. So this will probably be the longest video by the time I get this thing off. But it gives you an idea of how long it actually will take you to get it off. One thing I forgot to mention is take the seats out. The last thing you want to be doing is standing here trying to heave hold the windscreen frame off and the seats are in here. Do not stand on the seats. So yes, the seats do need to come out. If you have carpet, this one has nothing in it, which is good. It's handy because I'm in boots. If you do happen to have carpet in the car still, if you can remove it, ideal, because you don't want that pressure standing all over, just flatten it down, especially with the new carpet. But if you're going to restore the car and you're only starting, well then it doesn't make a difference. It's coming out anyway. Now, there was no screws on the outside, like in part 1, that hold the bracket that it sits in. There's no exterior screws, so somebody never put them in to begin with. Okay. So 1, 2, there's your coverings. Well, that slides underneath, but there's so much pressure on it, it ain't coming out. So I'm going to undo them nuts down here, as I said. I don't do them all the way. So it's just over halfway down. Oh, we're on the far side. So just over halfway. I said I don't do them all the way in case the window comes out quick. I don't want to shoot one off. That hole's getting in my way. It's all coming out anyway, so. I should have probably unwrapped just some of them at the start. Just over halfway. So obviously I want to make sure all the seals are off the doors. That's going to hold it down. Door seals coming off. That's been thrown out. Door seal off. Okay. All right, so we have the nuts down there just over halfway. I have all these three out. I have the wiper arms out. Now comes the rock and roll part, literally. In an ideal world, this would just slide out, but that's not going to happen, I'm pretty sure. This is siliconed in as well, so I expect it to be a bit of a challenge. So. Movement down there. Now, as I said, I want to make sure that the seal is not stuck to the body. So I'm going to pull up the hand. You can put a blade in here if you're taking it off, it's fine. But you don't want to scratch the paint either. People are saying, well, you could use a tool for this. But to be honest, my hands are not going to scratch the paint. Nowhere near like a tool. So, if we can get under here, it'd be great to break that seal. Now I'm just going to lift what I can. And once I see it probably a little bit more, I'll get a tool under there. Okay. We have good movement there. Silicone. So now I'm going to just undo the bolts a little bit more. This is best for a two-person job. But if you're doing it on your own, this is what it's going to look like. So the next time I go back to them, I should be removing them completely and I should be ready. Let's see how much more swinging we can get out of this. Some parts is getting in the way. So you can see with this one, if you can hear it, this one's good, it wants to come up, but this one's gotten stuck. This is the one that has the most stuck as well. Now, could you go underneath and bang the threads and nuts? Absolutely you could. Do I want to? No, not really. I don't like to do it just because, well, there's no room and you might damage the threads. So I don't want to pry in it either, because again, it's a weak spot here, so you don't want to pry because you're just going to bend the actual plate down. So getting close to getting there. Oh, we're getting closer. Okay, let me go get a little tool. Slide it under there. Okay. Little plastic one for the trim. I'm just trying to slide under the where you can seal it there. Really silicone to the body, or to the soft top of the crash pad. That's good. Now this crash pad is coming out, so it's been replaced with a new one. But that doesn't mean I should destroy it. trying to get all the silicone that somebody put in here off. Alright, we're going to do the fire one, that's ready to go. It's a frustrating process, isn't it? But again, this is the purpose of what would you do with if you were doing it. Off. I think it's enough on what I don't want it, but at least only one, at least one side's free. Alright, she's out. There we go. Break the seal. She's out. Silicone. There we go. And she's free. Woo. All right. As you can see, it was siliconed. This is not meant to go to the window frame, but it wants to come with it because it's stuck in there. But as you can see, it was all that. That's what was sticking it down. This side came in not too bad. I didn't know it's very much, but that's a lot of silicone. So what I'll do is, if you don't want to ruin this, if you think it's decent, you can blade it, but to be honest, based on the amount of silicone in there, I'd say, well, this is gone. The pad could be reused, but again, you'd have to get the silicone, but based by the shape of it, I'm going to say, as much as this is good, could it be used again? Absolutely, it could be, as long as it goes in the same spot. It says, well, there's a crack in it, so at this stage, it's probably not worth it. But that's the windscreen frame. That's how you get it off. As you can see, one video. It's not going to come out easy. It takes a bit of muscle. It's just two people great. Like I said, you can pry in here. You can put a long sock underneath and give it a bang if you wanted to try loosen up. But just rock and roll all the way. And here's what I was saying about the weak spot. This is why I don't like to pry it, because that's shaped. That's shaped up for the windscreen. And I don't like to pry in here because any strain is just going to push this down and it's going to ruin it. That's why I don't like doing it. I'd rather He-Man it out, to be honest, then do that. And again, you can put some lubricant in here, spray the hole in there, and hopefully it goes down. But once she goes, she wants to go. It's just friction of metal on metal. So that's it. So in the next one, I'm going to be removing the dash pad. But again, that's how to do it. I'm going to show you how this comes off. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Whew, that was tiring, that's for sure. All right, time to go get a drink.